this moment, our Ashutosh, senior journalist, Mr. R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist as well, and Smita Prakash, editor of ANI, looking bright as ever. Smita, your state, the state, that yes. You come from, going to polls, and the poll of polls says hung house. How does that sound to you? But before I ask you that, Tuhin Sinha, Sanjay Jha, Suman C. Raman also joined this broadcast. Good evening. And while we can't do any bets on national television, we'll just do a round of what people think and do they agree with the polls. So Smita, go first.
Well, clearly with his poll of polls that Padmaja just put up, I think it's quite clear that there's no wave. That's the first thing that one can say. So this 40% Sarkara that we were talking about seems that only 40% is what any party is going to get. Nothing more than. They're not crossing that 50% mark. Nobody's crossing. So it's going to be a 40% Sarkara, whoever comes into power right now. And they will need that third factor. At least that's what these polls are showing. And, you know, the Congress made it all about corruption, but if it was that much of an anti-incumbency, then the numbers should have been much better for the Congress. This doesn't show that the Congress was, even though they ran a very good campaign, doesn't look like they managed the numbers that they had expected. If you remember the earlier, about 2 weeks ago, it was supposed to be a clear sweep. It was going to be Congress all the way, and then in the slog overs comes Mr. Modi, and comes the entire gaffes that Padmaja listed out, and that you also pointed out about the whole Bajrang Bali, Bajrang Dal thing, and about you know, saying it in a place which is the birthplace of Anjaneya. You come and say that they just changed the whole thing, and the very last day, that sovereignty dig that was done, that itself, I think, to a large extent, those undecided voters seem to have made a difference.
Well, Mr. Veerappa Moily, former minister, senior leader of the Congress party, joining this broadcast, also joining the broadcast
with Minister in the Karnataka cabinet, Mr. C.N. Ashwath Narayan. Biggest face-off right here on Times Now on Exit Poll Dynamica.
Well, Mr. Veerappa Moily, as far as the numbers so far are concerned in the poll of polls, it doesn't seem like the Congress party is getting the complete majority as of now. Hung house is the best expectation. Do you think Congress overestimated its strength, or has it gone wrong somewhere along the way?
But I am not a psephologist to contradict to give an analysis of the result, because that I can tell you only after 13th.
Okay.
But at the same time, but one thing I can tell you, mathematics wise, and you know, all the assumptions wise, you know, the kind of all the 5 years, Congress has done excellent groundwork right from the booth level to the state level, and the state leadership under the leadership of Shivakumar and also Siddaramaiah, you know, they have spared no efforts at all. And they have been, you know, all our leaders have done excellent homework. And apart from the organizational strength, even the biggest rallies which have been conducted by the state leaders, you know, should also contribute. Added to that, the national leaders like the Rahul Gandhi through the Bharat Jodo Yatra, that was the biggest success.
But do you think, Mr. Moily, Mr. Moily, the Bajrang Dal ban in the manifesto, you know, set the wrong tone, press the wrong chord in the elections, because you were the first one to come out and say no ban on Bajrang Dal. Did you think it would have damaged the Congress's prospects?
No. In fact, the BJP expected that it will damage our prospects. But I don't think, you know, we have clearly said that it is not intention of banning. You should understand the word like, you know, no any elements or reactionary forces who disturb the rule of law and also violate the constitutional provisions. We said, you know, like PFI or the Bajrang Dal, because you know the very word that PFI has been already banned by the present government. Only question is Bajrang Dal also, only if they contradict the provisions of the constitution and they violate the rule of law, then only some action will have to be taken. That doesn't mean ban alone. That alone is not the answer. We have already clarified it.
Okay.
Moreover, you look at the Supreme Court decision where they have said the people will have to be dealt with heavily who disrupt the society and also rule of law.
Mr. Moily,
in the light of all these
we are able
things,
to read between the lines, and we've got the drift of your argument very well put there. But it's also time now in these exit polls to go back to the number before we go to Mr. Ashwath Narayan. Let's take a look at the numbers.
The big numbers of the Times Now ETG poll and the overall. We will then get you a region by region breakup also very quickly. Let's just put all of them out in the other ones that are left. This is the poll of polls. Let's put the Times Now ETG overall numbers for Karnataka. We have already put out coastal. We have put out central. Now let's put out the other numbers, please, of the Times Now ETG poll. Hyderabad. All right, so this is Central Karnataka. We are still talking about Central Karnataka, actually, which we have just done 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Yes, so wow.
Kittur and Kalyan Karnataka.
Yes, so Kalyan Karnataka, also known as Hyderabad Karnataka. Of the 40 seats here, the Congress is at 29 according to our numbers, and the BJP is at 10. In Kalyan, Karnataka. How does this compare, Jay, to the last time?
See, last time, okay, we had a little different breakup. We had 32, but of that, the BJP had 12. So I'm assuming out of this 40, the BJP should have had 15 or 16 odd. Okay, it's a slight setback as per this poll. Okay, but we have to remember one thing, Padmaja, that this is a region where the BJP has really put in a great social engineering effort. Right? This is the region from where Mr. Khadge comes.
Yeah.
They have worked on components within the SC right, Lambanis and Bovis. They've worked on the SC left. So actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the BJP actually improves its
gains over here. Now, we're talking about Hyderabad, Karnataka or Kalyan, Karnataka. A couple of things that viewers would be interested in this region. One, it's an extremely backward area. It has, in human development indices, not faring very high. It has a special category status as well.
Seeking.
No, I think it already has a special category status. The other thing is that the reservation rejig that has been done by the BJP, where they've taken away the 4% so-called Muslim reservation and distributed evenly between the SCs and STs, this is the one area where it is likely to have the maximum impact, positive impact, but also one negative impact. This is the area that also has a large population of the Banjara community, who, if you remember, had gone and pelted stones at Mr. Yadurappa's house. They are not very happy.
To put a jalebi, the way you say always keep going down, to balance it off, you know, nicely is to say that the BJP candidate who defeated Mr. Khadge in his bastion is a Lambani. He's a Banjara. So the BJP has actually even taken care to nurture those leaders so that there's not much of a negative side effect.
And the man that they have fielded against Priyank Khadge in Chittapur is also a Lambani Banjara.
Lambani is a Rathod.
Yeah, he's Rathod, Manikandan Rathod. And if you remember, we had this entire controversy where they released an audio tape and this man was saying कि मेरे खिलाफ 44 cases हैं, मैं मार दूंगा, खत्म कर दूंगा. That man is also a Banjara.
It's also a Congress strong.
Just 26 years old, by the way. Yes.
Former Chief Minister Virendra Patel is from this area.
Dharam Singh is from there.
Singh is from this area. So it is a Congress bastion. And for BJP to make inroads in this area, I think polling has also been comparatively lesser here as compared to others. So if there's an anti-incumbency, you don't really see it much if it should be in a Congress strong area.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the BJP still, remember, even 2 elections ago, the BJP to get into double-digit tally here was a problem.
No, but Jay, also, and Smita, this would also be a region where Mr. Yadurappa was giving his all in northern Karnataka, because also the other issue, in addition to having SC/ST population, you have a large population of Lingayats here, and you also have a very large Muslim population. So one, they were hoping that Mr. Yadurappa's push is going to work, and that there will be a counter polarization which these numbers don't quite bear out. So this is as far as Hyderabad, Karnataka is concerned. Now let's quickly go on to Mumbai, Karnataka, better known as Kittur, Karnataka. This, of course, has a very historical reference. If you'll quickly tell us about it. We are
Okay. So just as the map loads, our viewers, this is a region which is actually bang next to Maharashtra. It has a lot of the Maharashtra effect in terms of its social and economic fabric. Just like Maharashtra has sugar barons, sugar mills, these bordering districts do have sugar barons, sugar mills. Just like southern Maharashtra has education
and the Kattis,
right? Just as southern Maharashtra has a lot of the education barons, they are there over here. Even here, a lot of the tribal leaders are extremely well empowered. The Jarkiolis are Balmikis, they're STs. So, we are going to see a beautiful, sharp contest here with a region that has a sort of Maratha legacy. A lot of the language spoken there.
Again, this area, hardly surprising, where, we had Devendra Fadnavis, we had Eknath Shinde coming and campaigning because of the very contested area of Belagavi. So that's Bombay, Karnataka, 23.
I told you, it's a very sharp contest.
Sharp contest.
Very
almost evenly divided.
Yeah.
Is nowhere in the run.
Seats, the BJP out here, almost 10, right?
Yeah. So they won 13 the assembly and 3 in the bypolls.
Shettar and Savadi that in this region.
So Savadi from Athani, and Shettar
from this region.
It's from this region.
So that means that the rebels are having an effect.
No, I would actually put it the other way around.
Okay, countdown, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We are putting out our overall numbers now. Let's just go for the overall numbers. We've broken down each one of the individual regions. And the overall number, according to the Times Now ETG poll, is BJP at 85. Congress is getting a majority according to our exit poll.
They need
the magic number. They need one more.
They're there. 112.
Exactly. All right.
Exactly. Navika, this is the point I was making earlier as well. Congress, when in 1999 Mr. Krishna brings it to power, it's about 132 seats. In 2013, Mr. Siddaramaiah gets that, it's 122. Now it's 113. Inke peaks gir rahe hain. So I think the risk is open.
You'll be now accused of really trying to play down the Congress and saying, inke peaks gir rahe hain. Arey, inko mil gaya na. Inko majority.